Hi, my name is Isabella Kung. I am a freelance illustrator and a art teacher for I've been teaching for about 4 years now, and I've been illustrating for much longer than I can remember, probably more 7, 8 years, but mostly focusing in children's book industry. And I specialize in watercolor, and today we'll be doing a white fox from how to paint it from start to finish. Just a quick overview, like for example, this is one of my real hair brush, Kolinsky Sable, this is Escoda too, and this one is a squirrel hair, I think. So all of these brushes, when they're real hair, if you can see my watercolor block, it's very soft. If you don't know how to use masking fluid, this is the brand I use, Grumbacher Masket. This is my favorite liquid frisket, which is another word for masking fluid. It's the most liquidy, as you can see. Some of them can get a little clunky, and it's hard to get into the fine details. So from what I've been taught and how I've been using masking fluid, you can use it with a brush, you can use it with a wooden stick, but I like to use a brush so that I can have the most control. So before you do any painting, first things first, mix your paints. Be ready for it. Watercolor, the main thing that you eventually through experience you'll learn is how to deal with water. Really, because whenever the paper is dry or wet, it create a lot of different effects, and you just have to eventually be very sensitive and grasp when to do certain things. So it's a very time-sensitive medium. Okay, so now we're gonna do the background, and in this section, I have to move very quickly. I'm not gonna paint water all over everything. I'm just gonna paint as I go. And so that's for a small painting, this is the way I would choose to do it. If it's a larger one, I might put water just on the edge out here. So just to help myself make sure everything dries at the same time. But smaller piece, I'll just directly go on dry watercolor paper. Now that the background is dry and I've got a fresh load of clean water, that way you can mix colors without contaminating it, I'm gonna start working on the fox. So you can see here the dark colors really pop the white fur out, and it's ready, you know, because of the contrast, everybody, even though like some of the shadows area, and I'm gonna make it darker now, it's still gonna be perceived as white fur. So what color I'm using right now is a little bit of cerulean blue mixed with a little bit of cadmium orange, because the shadow is always cool, has that blue tint. So now I'm gonna split my brush hair tip a little bit just to get more of the texture, the fur texture. But it almost look a little bit green on my reference here. So that's why I mixed a muted color with the two complementary colors. Cerulean blue again and cadmium orange. So yeah, you can continue to work to death and make it like a photorealism type of painting. That's a completely wonderful style, but you know, as a painter, you want to add your own voice to it, your own how you see your subject and how you want to portray it.